We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. 1st down. It's complete to Golden Tate. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Good trap. Good trap.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
The ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Check. 59. 65. 65.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
This is taken at the 18. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. A quick throw complete out to Isabella. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. When we think about these two franchises, the Cardinals and the Giants, so much riding on their young quarterbacks. And they were the first 2 QBs taken in the draft back in 2019. Murray first to the Cardinals and Daniel Jones 6th to the Giants. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st down, Cardinals.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw is Murray. Finding Knox there, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. This is Chase Edmonds, who played his college ball in the Bronx at Fordham. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd down.
To throw, it's Murray. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. That he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices, it's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
From the 45 on second down, Jones. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
On the stop. Taken down back at the 42.
On 3rd down, Jones. He's going to let one fly, and this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Golden Tate, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Graham Gano is set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
12-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On second down, this is Edmonds. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Chase Edmonds, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
37-yard line.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
At the 43-yard
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win. March 59. March 59. I got you, Pop.
From the 36, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 18. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
The ball carrier.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And I think Gano missed it. He did. He missed it off to the right. No good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold. Yep. He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
At the 24-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Jones. Got a man, Slayton. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 42 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Operating from the gun. Jones. That's going to be caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Gano for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
1st down, Murray. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And who's got it? The Giants. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
At the 30.
Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Kick is
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that will be incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here's Tate to return it. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's taken down.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start things out by handing to Edmonds. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He's taken down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Murray going to fire one out wide. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards.
And the Cardinal first down.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Here's Murray. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
5 yards on the play.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Escaping the pressure right. Able to find Isabella. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown.
Andy Isabella hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.